Dead silence. Then, a flash. What if I told you the US government admitted, in writing, they lied about UFOs for nearly 50 years, and that was just the beginning? Steven Spielberg just made a movie about it. Congress just held hearings about it, and the Pentagon just released the files. Today we go through all of it. So Steven Spielberg, the guy who basically invented the modern summer blockbuster, just dropped his most personal, most ambitious alien movie ever. It opens June 12th, 2026, and it is not what you think it is. But here's the thing. The movie is inspired by actual real history. And the actual real history? It is 10 times wilder than anything Spielberg put on screen. I promise you that. Before we go any further, I genuinely want to know where you stand on this. Drop a comment right now. Yes, no, or it's complicated. Then keep watching, because your answer might change by the end of this video. Okay, let's set the scene. It's July 8th, 1947. A rancher named W. Mac Brazel is out in the New Mexico desert when he finds something wrong. He finds debris, weird debris, scattered across his property like something fell out of the sky at high speed. He reports it. The sheriff calls the Air Force. And then, the United States Army Air Forces issues an official press release saying they found a flying disc. An actual flying disc. This hits front pages worldwide. And then, within hours, they completely reverse course. Oh, our bad. It was just a weather balloon. Yeah, a weather balloon that a trained military officer couldn't identify. Sure. Here's the real story. Project MOGUL, a top-secret program where the military sent high-altitude balloon arrays and acoustic sensors into the stratosphere to detect Soviet nuclear bomb tests from across the planet. Cold War spy tech, classified to the bone. The government didn't officially admit the MOGUL connection until 1994. 47 years. That is how long an institution can keep a secret when it's motivated. And that is exactly what Spielberg's movie is built on. Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, they lied about a balloon, embarrassing, whatever, ancient history. No. The lying didn't stop in 1947. If anything, that was just the opening act. In 1952, the Air Force launched Project Blue Book, a years-long official investigation into UFO sightings. And by the time it ended in 1969, they had collected 12,618 reports. Of those 12,618 reports, 701 remained officially unexplained. The Air Force's own investigators looked at 701 cases and said, "We genuinely do not know what this was." But here's the twist. Project Blue Book wasn't just a research program. CIA internal documents from the 1950s acknowledge it was also a public relations operation. The phones were ringing off the hook, and they needed the noise to stop. In 2017, the New York Times drops a bombshell. The Pentagon had been running a secret program called AATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, from 2007 to 2012, studying military UAP encounters, with classified funding hidden in the defense budget. The program's director, Luis Elizondo, resigned from the Pentagon in 2017, saying the government was hiding far more than it was revealing. Sound familiar? That is almost word for word the character arc of Daniel Kellner in Disclosure Day. And Spielberg, who has been making alien movies since 1977, Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds. This time he's not asking, what's out there? He's asking something much darker. Who are we, now that we can't pretend anymore? June 2023. A decorated military intelligence officer named David Charles Grusch walks into the United States Congress, sits at a witness table, and under oath, he testifies that the United States government is in possession of, and I want to read this carefully, intact and partially intact craft of non-human origin. He's not a conspiracy blogger. He's not a guy in a tinfoil hat. Former Air Force intelligence officer, filed formal complaints with multiple inspectors general, used official whistleblower channels, sworn testimony. Congress took it seriously enough to pass the UAP Disclosure Act in 2024, specifically designed to force the declassification of government UAP records and protect whistleblowers from retaliation. Then, in February 2026, President Trump signs an executive order directing federal agencies to release classified UAP records. And on May 8, 2026, 5 weeks before Disclosure Day even hits theaters, the Pentagon launches Pursue and sets up a website, a government website, with a UFO section. The first release included over 160 files, military reports, pilot accounts, government memos, photographs, videos, UAP encounters dating back to the 1940s, and the Pentagon's own statement said, "These are unresolved cases. They do not know what they were." Spielberg's movie is about a whistleblower who steals classified evidence of extraterrestrial contact and goes on the run. And I just described to you the actual documented history of the last 79 years. So, where does fiction end and reality begin? I'm genuinely asking. Whether you believe in extraterrestrial life or not, the documented history is real. The cover-ups are real. The whistleblowers are real. The files are real. Go see Disclosure Day. Then come back and tell me if it hits different now. I'll see you in the next one.